What is good, everyone? Welcome back to another Warframe video. I know this time it might be a little different. I already made a guide video going over how to use Ash, but I never really went over a video on how to, use Ash. So today we'll be going over how to be broken with Ash. Before I say Ash one more time, I just want to go over my channel. I go over a lot of Warframe content as well as gaming news and just a lot of stuff that might just be busting. So come check out my playlist and check out other gaming videos that I also uploaded, as well as Warframe guides and etc. But if you guys are new to my channel, be sure to subscribe and hit that like button so that this guide can be pushed out to as many Tennos as there is that needs this guide, who wants to be future Ash mains. Now, I'm not saying I'm an Ash main, I'm more of a random button main, but more importantly, who is Ash? Now if we want to be fancy, I could just read the description from Google on who Ash is, but from a personal player's perspective, Ash is kind of like an assassin. He's really like the true definition of being a ninja. I kind of judge Warframes based off of 3 categories. The first one is just being broken at all, in all categories. The second one is being able to manipulate the environment. The third is being weapon focused. For Ash, I would throw him in the first category actually, and just being broken in general. Like, he's very strong, and his synergy between his abilities can help him kind of tackle a lot of missions that are out here in Warframe. Since we're talking about abilities, we can go over and check them out. Your boy Ash has his first ability called Shuriken, which allows him to launch a spinning blade of pain, dealing high damage and impaling enemies to a wall. Yeah, I just read it from the box. It's because if I said this, you just throw a Shuriken. A nice thing to know is that slash damage is very boosted up right now, so this ability would be broken in terms of also being able to armor strip. A quick tip, this ability could also armor strip enemies. This would be helpful for high ranking levels, but you would need the augment mod called Seeking Shuriken. Moving on to his second ability, Smoke Screen. This one is legit broken because you become invisible. So if you are a Loki main or a Vara main, Ash is just as similar, except that I think his duration is a lot shorter than all the other invisible frames, but being invisible definitely helps increases his survivability. Now, I had to switch my Ash build just because I did Hemlith him a couple of times. So normally his third ability would be Teleport. So this allows Ash to teleport towards the target, bringing him into melee range, and you can also do finishers. So there are a lot of mods that can increase your finisher damage. So melee wise, he is also good, just like he would be with weapons. So this is also supporting my reason of why I think he's just a excellent well-rounder. Now on to his final ability, which is what would most likely carry me in Still Path missions, which is Blade Storm. So you send out a bunch of shadow clones of yourself to a bunch of enemies that you have set your sights on, and then when you reuse the ability, they all go after the enemies. There's a lot of good synergy builds with this ability. I know one main focus is thank you for telling me the abilities, but how can we get our boy Ash? I would say that his main blueprint can be purchased from the market. If you want to learn how to access your Warframe market, all you have to do is go to the front of your ship, and then to the right of it you can see the market. Just click L3 or search, and then you can also type up your name. Since we're doing Ash, let's just type him up. Then we go over to his Warframe, we can click on him and buy the blueprint for 35,000 credits. So after you get Ash's blueprint, you're going to need those 3 parts in order to craft the full Warframe, being the neuroptics, the systems, and the chassis. In order to gain these parts for Ash, you're going to need to hunt down a certain Grineer foe called the Manic. These enemies are not guaranteed spawn, but they do spawn in on Grineer missions. So usually run those missions and you might run into a Manic. They do have a guaranteed spawn rate though if you run disruption missions. You should pay attention to the enemies because they might yell out something like Manic is here. Or the 3 best places I recommend you checking out would be if you want to get Ash Prime, all you would have to do is be ready during the Prime Resurgence event. If you don't know what that is, Warframe recently launched an event to where they are rolling out 2 Prime Warframes every month. This month we have Inaros and what a coincidence, Ash Prime. So yeah, in order to get these free Prime Warframes, all you would have to do is go to Mars and then click on Maru's Bazaar. You want to talk to, I want to say her name is Varsa, but you want to make your way past the crowd and you want to just go straight to your girl right here. Then you want to go to Browse Wares, and then you can see that the relics to get these Prime Warframes are now available to be purchased with Aya. If you want to know how to farm Aya, I do have guides that go over the best methods on getting Aya. I should be able to drop the link right here in the video, but if not, I would just say running bounties on Deimos or opening relic packs. Or there was another type of mission to where Aya was just dropping. I want to say the latest update called Citrine's Last Wish. I would say those missions gave me some Aya too. I would definitely run those if you guys are trying to farm the fast way to get your boy Ash. The Prime versions are always the best, but I just want to recommend that you always want to get the regular version first. 1, just so you can get a sense of how the Warframe works. 2, you get to Hemlith him, meaning that you get to transfer one of his abilities so you can use them and place them onto other Warframes. And 3, that's free mastery ranking to help. On a side note, if it is on a Prime Warframe that isn't vaulted at the moment, you can just go to your codex and go to universe. Then you head over to relics and arcanes. Then you want to hit the search bar and type in your boy Ash. They would only show you the Prime. There is no relics for non-Prime Warframes. So these are all Ash Prime relics. Some of them could be vaulted, some of them are available. They will tell you at the bottom if they are vaulted or not, but you can also head here, in which they will tell you which locations would drop those relics. Now for the final one, I would say the Very Paradox. I'm not sure if the Very Paradox is if there's a limit to how many Warframes you can gain, but I know for sure that if you ran the normal mode, Ash was one of the Warframes that I was able to, get free blueprints from. So doing the Very Paradox is another way in which you can get Ash. Now say you have Ash. I'm sure you guys want to know, how can I be broken with him? Now there's a lot of ways you can be broken with anything in this game. If we go back and want to look at his abilities, I would utilize his first ability if you want to take down single use targets or just enemies with very hard armor and shields, because the armor stripping would help you in terms of disruption missions or just very hard heavy Eximus units that your regular weapons can't handle. The smoke screen is good for survivability, so high duration mods would be important because that means you can stay invisible longer. There is augment mods that allows you to gain critical chance and damage for being invisible, so I would definitely invest into Ash's augment mods. We also have teleport. Now for my certain build, if you want to use teleport, I would just focus around strong melee damage, because This would help you put yourself into that finisher range. And then Blade Storm, same thing. I'll go with high ability, strength, and also range, just so you can aim for a lot of enemies as you can. Now there's no perfect loadout for running Ashe. There's so many, so I'm kind of making this video just based off of the Warframe itself and maybe certain weapons in case I need them. But for Ashe, you legit can take any weapon you want for the build that I'm going for. If you want to see the build that I'm using, it's based off of his ultimate. I do have one that utilizes Eclipse, but that is partnered with that Smoke Shadow augment, so I just go crazy with damage. But for the build I'll show you is his popular one for his ultimate, Blade Storm. So you basically can look at a bunch of enemies and kill them, and you're invisible for the most part, so you're not really getting hit. The main key factor for this build is Arcane Trickery. You can gain invisibility on finisher kills, and these count with your shadow clones. So this is how I can maintain staying invisible longer, as well as you got Banshee's augment, which should help because we him with silence on his first ability. So yeah, your main important focus is his fourth and silence and smoke screen, to be honest. If you want to learn how I got those other abilities onto your Warframe, this is the room in which you can him with. If you want a guide on how explaining the process, I should also have that on my playlist. I don't know how many video links I can drop in one video, but come check out my YouTube channel. I have guides going over certain things like this. But yeah, let's go ahead. Now I know you guys are asking yourself, does this build work? Is Ashe really good for Steel Path? And then I'm about to show you guys. Alright, so now if you want to know which operator clan I'm going with, it's the one that can refill your energy. I think it's called the Vizarin. So we're going to go ahead and have our energy fill up. If you don't have this operator clan, you can drop energy capsules if you want. These are completely easy and quick to build in your foundry. Alright, so once we have our energy, we're going to go ahead and trigger the alarm. Now, because this is one of my edited Ashe builds, I'm going to use silence. If you don't have silence, just stay in smoke screen and then cast your fourth. Once you cast your fourth, activate it, and the 15% chance should activate for you, in which you can just rinse and repeat. So now your shadow clones out again. All of these enemies are getting bonus damage applied to them because of Banshee's augment. And then voila. Now I'm not even using weapons applied to this. This is just all Ashe's ult. Yep, so that's how you use Ashe, one of the most broken invisible frames there is. But let me know in the comment section below how you guys liked my guide video. Is if there's anything that I missed and you guys want me to go over, just let me know in the comment sections below. If you guys call cap and don't think that my build be holding, come check out my live streams and join the squad. I'll be using all of these builds in game when I live stream, because I'm just that 10-0 player just like you, grinding out, trying to make sure we get everything, that average completionist feeling. But thank you guys for watching throughout the whole video. Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions, like I said before. And yeah, you guys keep up the grind. Type down any comments or questions you guys have, maybe any future ideas or guides that you guys need help with right now. I'll do my best to upload them as soon as possible. But As always, you guys be safe, keep with the grind, and I'll see you guys in my next video or live stream. Peace.